Took the train from J.W. Clay down to the 36th Street station. Now we're cruising the plaza to the Common Market. We get to go ride with the one and only Pamela Murray. I feel like just trying to make more biking content in Charlotte because I just realized how most people have no fucking idea.
People have no idea how good it is.
They do. They really don't.
It really is good.
And I lived in Minneapolis, which was like a fucking biking city. Minneapolis is like, you know what?
All the time until they don't.
100%. I was going down Tryon a month ago. Some kid just driving crazy takes out a light pole. The transformer just like popped it out, and then the pole just fell. And this was like all right in front of me, and I'm like, and I was driving somebody else's car, so I'm like, oh man, this is just driving sucks.
It does. It's terrible. Some guy tried to hit me over there on Madison. No, I didn't post.
That was somebody else's post.
Every time someone
I don't
take
post
you.
about stuff like that.
You posted something you were angry about somebody.
I think you reposted somebody else's.
That was somebody else's post.
Oh.
Yeah, that wasn't me. That was Ann's post.
Oh.
There's no point in getting angry at any of it. Just
This is not going to change them.
No, but the guy.
At the end of the day, they're going to still die an asshole.
The guy was scared and he filed it on his insurance and he already paid me for my new wheel. So I'm like, why did you do that? Isn't his insurance going to go up?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, that was stupid, but whatever.
I don't know. For me, I think cars, the fixes on cars. They know how to make a car that doesn't break, but it's
Like the light bulb and everything else. Healthcare and everything else.
Exactly. This is like,
It's not a car anymore. It's a rolling living room is what it is.
we've been programmed somehow convenience is goal, but it's not. Like convenience shouldn't.
No,
It's
it's stupid. It's stupid to drive here. It's so much more fun to ride, except it
Now,
is
20
hot.
years ago, it was a different scenario, but everything's so built up now.
Yeah.
Everything you need within a 5 mile, 6 mile radius, anywhere you go.
I know. Now these are the deal. Your daughter has some of those.
Oh, the clip.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
I need to get some of them.
That,
really
that
cheating.
old
No, I
Peugeot
need to
frame.
get
That was my
some.
first
I love
bike. That my first as a kid was a Peugeot. I just remember that bike. That was like a mid-freedom.
Pam, do you remember the Peugeot that I used to have that was like white and stripes? That
Uh-huh.
80s looking one? This fixed gear mountain bike. Those are the only ones around that had the little tiny yellow handlebar. I missed that bike.
What happened to it?
Just a coaster brake.
Did you
I rode the
lose it?
wheels off it, Pam.
Oh, yeah, okay. John, I know. I rode the wheel off mine. So when the guy hit me, I didn't realize that wheel was so old that I need to get that thing replaced anyway.
You needed a new one anyway.
No, he just bought me a new one. I had 23,000 miles on it. I got to get the hub redone. So I called the guy to see if he would redo it. And he didn't
Only
call
how many
me.
miles are on a bicycle wheel.
I keep track, John.
How do you track your miles?
I got a cyclometer. It's like your car. You write down when you get the oil change.
I'm like aside from cameras, the arms race and like monitoring your data. I'm
No,
out.
I don't
I'm
do
out.
none of that.
I'm a caveman.
No, I don't
This
do
thing's
any of that.
Spear chopper. It's a chain and a frame.
I like video because first of
Yeah.
all, nobody, either people are friendly or they're not fucking with you.
Yeah.
And then if somebody hits you with a car, it's good to have.
And
Yeah.
Nowadays, you're lucky if they stop.
I know.
Maybe as I'm
Stop
laying in
and
the
he
road,
calls
I'll just
the
catch one
policeman.
digit of the license plate.
Yeah.
I know. I think he was nervous because I asked for his insurance. I wrote down his license tag
He wasn't
number.
expecting that. He hit somebody on a bike. He wasn't ready to hear the I word. Insurance.
That's another
I
thing,
just
man.
asked
like-
him everything. I didn't fall off the bike or nothing. Oh, he stopped.
I'm trying so hard not to drive my car that do I have to keep paying that insurance?
I know. But what I do is I pay the insurance so you get the uninsured motorist thing. That's what Ann told me to do. Hey Jeff, how are you? It's so good to see you. And look, you're riding. You went
Oh,
to the
look at
grocery store. Oh, that's good. Jeff, this is Rob. and
Hi there,
this is
Jeff. How are you?
John.
I like the drivetrain
So glad
there.
You're riding your bike.
That's badass. I love it.
With this the Sturmey Archer deal?
No,
with
that's Sturmey Archer. It's a Fiend.
It's the Gates drive.
Gotcha. 11.
What's your insurance?
This Sturmey Archer deal.
How many?
Only 5.
Only
But
5. I didn't know they made 5. That's the old brand I remember from when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's what I had on my Schwinn.
I had a 3-speed.
Me too.
I had a Schwinn
there's something to be
Suburban.
said for
It was one of the
gears,
best
but then
bikes
there's
I
also
ever
something to be
those
said
are
for
good.
not having them
So
too.
I've got a.
So I have, you call it a Marin, I call it a Marin, whatever.
Yeah.
Pine Mountain, it's a single speed,
I
but
used to ride it.
it came with all the Brazons and everything.
Mine was geared,
Yeah.
converted it to single speed, but now I'm 43 and
Yeah,
I've
I
had
know.
arthritis for
I
20
did
years.
that.
This is
I went
fun,
all
but
the
I
way
need
to
a geared
Brooklyn. I
bike
went
for once
across
in a
the
while.
Well, so like it was
And my
bought
daughter lives at
single
190.
speed, so it has like a shock on it, but It had gears on it, but now I'm looking at some of like these like my 12 group sets in like China that are just cheap as fuck.
So
I'm like,
Nagel
I'm
is on
throwing
the
that
west
there.
That sounds like a lot for me. Mine is good.
near
The last
but
week I used to drink a lot. Locked my bike up somewhere in this neighborhood. and found it.
Or more like it's more of a mountain bike, so like 12 is to climb, like 8 climbing, but climbing
That makes sense.
like you take that to places that.
I forget people do things like that with bikes. Like they go like
I thought that
I just ride it around the city.
there's
I forget
a
people do other
Walmart. They have that G1 Explorer. That it's called an Ozark Trail, but like every internet discussion about it. It's like a gravel bike, but it's got like centimeter tires, nice Kendra rubber.
Not real heavy.
It's round, so it's not really heavy.
I don't know, I
Like,
just think about
if you get a chance to go look for it, it's like an olive green bike, but people are gouging. Well, the kids from Walmart, like Bentonville's like turned it into like the mountain biking capital of the world. They just geek out on bikes, and so
I had no idea about that.
so with like the manufacturing capacity and distribution, they're actually putting bikes in market. They used to just sell all the frills kind of shit, like hey, you want a rear shock and everything, you'd get a bike with just like the cheapest pieces. They've scaled that back, and you can buy a nice hardtail for like bucks, and a nice gravel bike for $248, like rideable and gravel. But
I'm just
like,
gonna go to the recycler and see what I like, guys.
Just sign and
I mean, I don't live by it, but yeah, it's a good thing too. But like, I wasn't into gravel biking, but now I am because it's.
Why?
Huh?
I want to buy something new. It's never made money.
Yeah.
Have some miles on it.
I think part of it is too like you keep it with the Walmart bike is like that's one step up from where you're at. Like and there's like stuff dudes going and making fucking bike payments, right?
I like to just get on it and go.
Well, I got 5 bikes and I have to think about them all. Like it's to have different things to ride, different bikes. Like that thing, if I had that bike, I'd ride it all the time. But also like abandoned like a jump park at UNCC right by my house. And my buddies went there yesterday. We can't jump. We're not like.
Jumping on this.
Huh?
Jumping on this.
No, that thing
Can't pop
was.
it.
Yeah, you gotta ride that. You'll pop that fork in a second, I bet.
2 words, go around.
Yeah. Have you broke it before?
I popped the front inner tube one time.
Yeah, a really good idea that could be. I don't
It's
want.
actually the most comfortable bike I've ever because it's a little too tall for me, so I can stretch out on it. And the
I think the way
steering
you
is really easy actually, as long as I keep looking.
I like looking at that length, right? And it's almost like, not to introduce a shock, but like some of those like 28-inch mountain bike shocks are like long.
Yeah.
So then you still go with a small wheel, but you still have that height. Top tube's almost flat right there. I would stand to take off a couple of chain rings, but are they pressed on? Don't have. Oh, do you use the 3? You don't. I guess you could get a. No, it's a single speed. You can't.
No, it's 50. Yeah. 1 speed.
Basically,
1
you're.
speed, me.
No, but you're running with like the chain rings that you're a weight weenie.
I had the stomach.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty comfortable. When it feels like it's too hard to ride, I put a little air in the tires and it's not bad.
That's awesome.
Other kids.
Hey, whose cart did you steal that wheel off? Look at that thing. I said, whose garden cart did you steal that wheel off?
That's actually from my son's bike. He didn't ride anymore.
So he
That's so awesome.
So I took the back one too, so I have a spare tire and inner tube.
Did the force get joined again up here? How many times did the force, like the tube, but this isn't a single tube all the way down. Oh, you just made this whole
I
thing.
didn't know.
Somebody really?
And I didn't realize it until I started going down a hill that this brake lever had no cable attached. So I'm just like, whee.
So how you stopping?
I turned around and went up the.
Now? How do you stop?
Oh, it's fixed gear, so if I pedal backwards,
Gotcha, you just control it with your feet.
I'm just fine.
Can I try to ride it?
Absolutely, but don't get hurt.
I won't, I might, but like on me. I won't, I just want
So
to.
you've ridden a fixed gear before.
I can't say that I have, but
So
it's not gonna go fast. I'll just,
If you were to pedal backwards, the bike would go backwards. You understand the principle, right?
like that Ukrainian
So, let me
girl with
explain
the,
it to you this way. If you're going forward, you stop pedaling. Because
understood.
if you stop pedaling, it's the momentum on the pedals is still going to keep going forward with some force. So you have to put back pedal.
I understand.
Okay. I just want to make sure you understood that first, just in case.
I'm just gonna go ride in a small circle.
Don't die. And it's, remember, the steering's way different than
That
you're
brake
used to.
don't work. The
I told
brake
him about the
lever is
fixing
only
thing.
for decoration.
Is that your bike coming?
No, this is Sean's bike. My bike's over there.
I know your bike, but I thought that
No,
I didn't know. I could feel like
I'm just gonna, actually just sitting here is cool enough for me.
Yeah.
Here, this will start like a new obsession.
It's a different animal. Like trolling's so different. Remember, the pedal keeps going. You can't really touch it. It's like a horse to me.
I get it, that's awesome. I get it now.
Good. I was nervous, but you did it.
that.
High five. And I'm glad I found this thing when I wasn't drunk, because I would have already probably died.
That we all got our vices, but that's a great story. I mean,
It's only up from here.
dude, at the end of the day, what I realize is it's all just cycles, right? It's day and night, week, month. So
I've got a valid driver's license, but I don't really need it.
you don't need fucking insurance. This is what freedom looks like right here.
Oh, I know. I call it my freedom machine sometimes. So I don't know. I name everything. This is Cool Runnings because it's got the Rasta colors and it's a Canadian Peugeot.
Tell me your name again.
I'm John.
John.
Johnny boy. John. Whatever.
Rob. Dude, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Tell me your name again. Rob.
Names don't matter, but we're just fucking meat sacking out here.
It's a pretty bike you got there.
It's somebody tried to manufacture a cool city bike, right? Like,
It's exactly what it is. It's a cool city.
I bought it.
Great.
There's something to be said for all of the technology, but like I have an e-bike. I'm not against e-bikes. I like fucking hammering. When you can ride through the city at 32 miles an hour on a bike all day long, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like it's like a motorcycle minus one. You're going for like.
I'd probably be nervous to go that fast on a bicycle. And I used to,
Nah, dude, look, you're
I got
riding that
whacked
thing.
off a moped. Pretty good. The more I say a few years, it was like probably 15 years ago. The doctor said I had a hairline fracture in my knee, and the doctor said, "What did you say happened?" I said, "I got hit by a car." He was like, "You only suffered a hairline fracture."
Dude, my story is similar. I worked in motorsports, but my boss's kid ran me over in a race truck
Oh, God.
while I was filming. The camera, I got fucking run over. And so this is all back to just getting back on a bike and not trying to die.
You don't forget that. There's certain pains you don't forget.
Yeah, I know.
Getting run over by a car or a truck, I wish that on nobody.
Somebody
No,
asked me, like,
it's scary when a car is coming at you, and they're coming at you, and you're thinking, you're not gonna stop. Like,
Just at the end of the day, it's like riding a motorcycle. You just have to have your head on a swivel. You're way more nimble than anybody else most of the time.
but the trick is with that pain, you got to make, if you can lock eye contact with them,
I know.
you can stare them down and they'll
that's
stop.
what I was
Yeah.
trying to do.
I think that's huge to do eye contact.
And he just did not.
You got to stare them down. If I'm coming, I have the right of way.
when they're-
I know. I should have used the bell more. I should have done a lot of different things.
You got to
Yeah.
show them you're crazy. You're going to hit me today and fuck your car up.
No.
I honestly on that way, look, I've
Are
taken
we
a
gonna
couple.
do this or what?
I've done some hits already.
Like, I'm going to get on to the grocery store.
No, we gotta get going.
Dude, I love the
Nice meeting you.
I love the grocery idea too. That's
And I brought an empty bag and the clip. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying somebody should package that concept, but it's a cargo bike.
I discovered it on accident one day. I was like, I just hung my groceries there. That's
Yeah.
not anywhere near my wheel. This
Yeah,
is
that's
fantastic.
That's good.
I like that. Even I would hang groceries. Well, it's gonna get in the wheel.
You don't got enough.
I get work on.
I know a guy who was making one of those. He was making out at Dyneema with his fitness.
Have a good, safe ride.
It should be safe. We're gonna be on
Going towards university, you know what I'm saying? So, I gotta get me sunglasses. Where are they?
I'm all for whatever.
Well, I'm glad we could ride today. I tried the sun shirt. I don't know. It's all,
I'm gonna be sweaty. That's the bottom
It's
line.
all a process, and I don't know. These things are supposed to cool you off or something.
You think so?
They,
It just seems like
I read the tag. They seem thick.
cools you off.
What?
Moving.
Yeah, I know. It does.
I did freeze my bottles.
Oh, well, that's good. I have the insulated bottle so the ice stays cold. We're gonna go back this way. We'll go bike route 7. Bike route 7 goes from Plaza Midwood to Nova.
I'll just follow you. I got
So how'd you like the ride the other night?
day after I went on this the Juneteenth ride with what I realized is your rides are better.
Yeah.
Your ride was better.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking from like low perspective.
No, I know.
I'm sure it's not the first time you heard it.
Well, that's what I try to do. I want to have it enjoyable, you know?
They will.
No, the other day the guy totally did not see me, and I'm thinking I should have just stopped. You know, didn't have time to stop because like I was going, and then by the time he accelerated, you know, they accelerate fast. So by the time he accelerated, he done hit me. I didn't have time to stop or get out of his way. So that was a problem. So how'd you hear about the ride anyway?
On the internet.
Oh, okay.
I have the
that's
internet.
Good. You found it.
Yeah, it was Tuesday night and I'm like, I want to go for a ride.
Yeah.
I've been riding a lot, but it's my gravel bike out on like my creek and
It's good to see everybody ride, isn't it?
I mean, awesome. Like if it's like at least for me mentally are so good right now.
Oh.
And after last Tuesday, I realized like you're out here just advocating for biking in the city of Charlotte.
Yep.
And it's funny because as I rolled into Plaza, I smiled because like the light turned green, but it was a little green bicycle. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's a
Like, I've never seen that before. Like,
I only have 3 or 4 of them. Don't get too excited.
well,
Hey, Ann, how are ya? Hey, how are ya? I can't remember his name. So that guy, he's like 70-something years old.
does he ride a bike?
No, he doesn't ride. His wife is disabled. But he does exercise. And Ann used to ride. She didn't ride. I don't know. She swims a lot now.
Do you swim at all?
I would swim if I had an outdoor pool.
Like we had
I don't like to swim inside. You know?
UNCC, there's this mountain bike track. Like Uncle students must have just made like park. It's right off the Toby Keith there.
Oh,
It's kind of hit, and there's so many hidden trails off those trails there.
Yeah.
But I went out there with my buddies, and they're all like, I don't want to say they want to be like X Games, but
Yeah.
pushing of flying a bicycle is kind of big for some people.
Yeah.
Honestly, after being out there, it's kind of like me too, but I know the outcome.
Yeah.
But part of it's like, man, just learning the process of how to jump a bike. You know, squat and you get in the air, and we did that for a bit.
Which bike did you take?
I was actually on my e-bike because I told them I was just going to go out
You
there.
on an e-bike?
No, they got like bikes.
Oh.
I just went to film. I'm like,
Oh, okay. You can jump in the e-bike, right?
no, I would, I thought about it.
Yeah.
I already know the outcome, so.
Yeah. I don't think that'd be a good combo. Yeah.
Little green signs, Adi showed me those.
Oh.
He's like your student. Yeah, weird, because like with the train back with them, and we were just yakking away, and all of a sudden I just realized we were already at my station, so
Yeah.
there was no time to say goodbye. It was just like, I gotta go. Well, you kind of like how you support the, like you got a bunch of loaner bikes out to a bunch of kids, which I think is awesome. What's that?
It was good, but like a lot of the guys from Fit Federation came, and they're very, you know,
Like a lot of rules.
yeah, they don't like to talk
I realized one thing about the Spoke Easy ride is like on bicycles, they get aggro. Now, it's such a like male trying to wannabe thing, and like the place for that's really not on the group ride.
Yeah.
Like race a bike, go
Yeah.
like have events for that.
Oh yeah.
I feel like there's a little bit of like too like
Yeah.
I don't know, you know. One guy was just going off on e-bikes, and I'm like, listen, who cares what people ride?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Like,
Now, the only thing about e-bikes is I don't want them to hit me. One
Well-
guy was coming fast at me on the rail trail at Kelly Bark. You know, I
Yeah.
just don't want to get hit by one. That's all.
yeah, challenge with e-bikes. You want to hit it? You want to hit that ramp?
Yeah.
Not even once? I mean, I do, but physically I can't.
Yeah. I don't think we get the bike, right bike. It's like first right and a soft right. We're doing the soft right. That makes sense. We'll cross the street over there. And you got it clear?
Just follow you. I like the swept back bars though. Like
I love these bars. They're my favorite.
the bar end shifters. Everything about that bike's cool.
No, this bike is liable. You know, simple can be.
Yeah.
Brakes, trip shifter.
You got a car coming. I'm gonna move over behind you. We should ride through that. What's that? You wanna go back? Let's go look at it.
Yeah. I don't really need a dresser.
You know, good is that Rivian, but I don't really. I like seeing these electric trucks.
Yeah.
They look good.
And this is nice.
Depends on the. Is it real
But it's
wood?
not. It doesn't have dovetail
It's real wood though.
doors.
It smells good. Look at that. It's got a little Carolina, made in Carolina thing here.
Oh, it does? So it's okay.
No, it's really good. It's real wood. It's like the bird
Oh,
poop
yeah,
by your
okay.
hand.
Huh?
I'm gonna save you from the bird poop.
Oh yeah.
You owe me one.
Yeah. I need a dresser. There you go.
All right, let's do
I
it.
have a trailer.
Well, let's put this on your cargo rack, and
Well, I'd have to go home to get the trailer.
I feel like we could just balance it and
No,
strap.
it's too heavy. I got a trailer I can put it on. If you want it, we'd have to move it in.
I don't want it. The process of trying to down my life possessions.
Yeah.
Get my, well, I'm at the point in life where I realize I don't really need anything else, like e-bikes. Well, bike parts.
The bike part is in Des Moines.
That's gonna be my only. Which lane we trying to be in? The middle one.
Do all neighborhood streets except when I need to cross a busy road. So we'll have the right of way and less turning traffic. See how slow they are off the line?
Bike can beat somebody off the line every time. I love riding
Well,
down.
see, that's what happened. I was on this side of the street. I made it all the way to the center line before you hit me.
I don't mind riding down Tryon from UNC. I watched this video of this couple riding in Mexico City, just fearlessly through traffic, like they're going down like speeds on the freeway and like next to trucks and trying to like their hand up against. Anyways, it gave me more confidence to it. Like I think mentally everybody gets so convinced that you have to be like, you got to be careful out there. But well, you do, but you also don't have to be so scared that you can't do it, right? Like just rolled in the whole lane right there. It's like just gotta own it. Well, and I think that's the beautiful thing about the group rides too, is just the numbers, right? You get the safety in numbers kind of thing. Like, no, I didn't see him.
Yeah, I ride every day, everywhere, anywhere.
I mean, that's kind of my mission now. Is just, I saw you did a 30 ride for 30 days.
Oh yeah.
Like I ride every day.
Hello, how are you?
Hey,
Yeah, I do ride every day. I just can't post about it every day.
well, I'm trying to make posts about it, like, just like things that just highlight how awesome Charlotte is.
Oh, it is. It's great. Now it's a little bit hot and humid right now.
Again, that's
Okay.
like to detoxify your body of whatever purges and sins you want, and sweat.
Oh, yeah.
Sweating is not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It gets it all out. When did you move here?
Well, complicated. I was here in 1981 from South Africa, from Johannesburg.
Oh, wow.
So,
Right.
but by here I mean I'm in Minnesota.
So how long were you there?
Lived in Minneapolis, St. Paul for maybe like 20 years.
Oh, wow. A long time.
And then I kind of got a whole NASCAR thing, and a friend of mine was racing NASCAR
Oh, yeah.
and brought me down here. Gotcha.
So you still doing NASCAR stuff or what?
Well, you know, at the end of the day, I just facilitated NASCAR marketing, which involves like pimping and sugar drinks and beer. And other things in motorsports. I still love the motorsport stuff. A lot of it was just about more or less marketing in a just different capacity. So the guy I worked with, he's really into the off-road racing, so I've been really into like dreaming of like remote on the planet, like Baja and like UTVs, motorsports. But I don't know, man. I started watching and following this gravel cycling thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like on gravel, right? Like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a whole nother animal and it resonates with me because I've been playing with cars in the desert.
Good.
The garbage truck.
Yeah, that's the thing in Rochester. They call it the garbage plate. We put like all the stuff on it. It's kind of like the cheese curds on the fries type of thing.
Sounds like a heart attack. It's a cool building. Man, I imagine just riding all these miles through the city, you've just seen everything sort of
See,
Of
we're
all-
gonna have to- See, we don't just drop everything. So how long you been riding in Charlotte?
Well, I used to like do a lot of the mountain biking stuff here.
Right.
And I've gone on and off for periods of years, but like
Right.
everybody with a fucking bike hanging in the garage,
Oh,
right?
yeah. How much you got?
I have 5.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Have road, mountain, gravel.
e-bike and a city bike. So like,
That's good.
and actually, I have a 29er and a small too.
Uh-huh. Where's that?
Well, my ex used to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't fit it.
No, but it's weird. A buddy of mine came by, I know, this is like 6 months ago, and he took it. He's like, that's a cool bike. I want to like strip it down and paint it and finish it up. And no, he ended up dying.
Oh no, what happened?
I don't know, like a month ago, he went to off-road race and he flipped upside down in the dirt, and then another car hit him.
Terrible.
Yeah, terrible. And the worst part about it is I was like live streaming it while it happened.
Okay,
So-
so then we gotta take a right. It's narrow and curvy, and I'm gonna shift down and go up and down, and down and then up.
So be prepared for a gear change. Wait, this is where I need to start paying attention on how we're doing this.
Well, you know, they can't even leave open on one sidewalk. Okay, this is where you need to pay attention. You gotta do this left. So you go to the water fountain. Water fountain.
The water?
Water fountain. And then you're gonna see the basketball court
Okay, this is what you were talking about.
across the bridge.
This is rad. Rabbits, do you know what I should do? If you would think about it. So, like right now what I'm really into is AI video editing.
Oh, what does that mean? Does it work?
So I guess maybe another way to think about it is ride your bike and talk to the camera.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
So if I put this camera on you and you just talk through the ride, I get the audio and the video, and then I just plug it in and it finds all the talking parts. And so as you're riding, you're now producing. You're like, hey, we're going up a hill, there's a church.
Yeah.
Look at a cool car, that's a sweet dog.
Yeah.
Anything visually appealing.
Yeah, that's good.
But content, I want to ride a wheelie so bad.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I barely rode this bike. I haven't given this bike the ride.
Yeah, where do you ride the boat?
Lately it's been my gravel bike, that Walmart bike. It's fucking awesome.
Really?
Yeah. It's
I don't know how those would be.
it's awesome.
Well,
The geometry is
did
perfect.
you check how
Yeah, I mean, I think
the
it's
forks on
yeah.
the left or right?
The thing about biking is people need not be afraid of the mechanical aptitude part. Notice like mechanics.
Yeah. I'm halfway.
I'm gonna head to that little island up there. This is
See the statue, the face. So I think a big part of it is not, I mean, you obviously have to have a bike. You have to have the bike skill, but you really need a good route.
I think there's really value, just like I said, between those two rides. Just the ebb and flow. There's no denying sometimes you're gonna get to a point where you just have to take it slowly and methodically work your way through whatever the fuckery that cars are there are, right? But like riding like this all day on a road with, there's other cars, but what is this?
This is the Eastway Regional Recreational Center. It's
I'm
a
interested.
county park. They have everything in
They
there.
have a swimming pool? Fuck.
It's indoors though. Okay, we're gonna take a ride.
I would make a ride here to make a video one day just to learn about the facility, right?
See what they do?
So, is that my face? That looks like me when I was a little kid.
Really?
I don't know. I'm being delusional.
This is part of the Greenway Path. Now see, one of the poles is falling down. Don't ride on top of it.
Hey, we got kids playing soccer. I want to go kick some soccer balls. Do you ever play soccer? You can pay them pushing the big gear or the small gear. See, you're not just a big fat fucker like me though. You got a lot of weight to carry around.
Well, there's two types of people. There's a spinner and a masher. I'm the masher.
You're a masher? I think I
I can't spin my legs that fast.
think I'm a spinner, but I'm a spinner. I don't like the pain that much. So I want to do that. I want to do that gravel on down ride on the Walmart bike.
Oh my God.
What a cool challenge, right?
We did.
For 18 bucks, I got a new cassette for the rear. It gives you way better range, and that's it. Just you need
Yeah.
climbing, you need billy goat.
Okay, there's a little bit of gravel, 2 feet of gravel right here, or you can go up to the sidewalk.
I think this thing does gravel better.
Do whatever you want to do.
No, I'm telling you, I'm obsessed with that gravel bike. Just because of that Mallard Creek, that section of gravel there. I used to ride my road bike, but I would just turn around there because riding a road bike on with those skinny tires is no fun.
How skinny are they? They real skinny or?
I don't know, 20. It's a road
There's
bike.
a skinnier.
It's like
28 or.
that bike's old with a road bike, but I suppose I could. But even the clearance and the front fork, because you left and then right.
So Rob, I teach a course. It's a 3-day workshop. We do a presentation 3 hours, and then we do a parking lot session 3 hours, and then we do a road ride. So the road ride is not like a ride. It's like a instructional ride.
You're riding through cones and figure eights and
Well, we do that in the parking lot. So when we do the ride around, here's the intersection, what are potential hazards and risks, who you got to communicate to, here's how the signals work, here's how all that kind of stuff. But it's in the middle of July, you should come and maybe film some stuff.
I would film it, but so that's like in all of this, we evangelize it just
Right.
through my own life, place the car as much as I
See,
can.
I think that's what the course can help people do because
My
like
car,
you said, the road-
my car is paid for, and I hate it. I hate the dealership experience. I hate just everything. There's no freedom. Anyways, not about cars, but I don't think you really win over cyclists by telling them, a new cyclist, by telling how shitty their car is.
Yeah.
They already got that, if they got an investment in it,
Yeah.
nobody wants to hear that. But I do think there's opportunity in the content land to just, I'll come film, make a video every Tuesday night ride, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to keep growing that.
right?
It's just more people, more bikes, more cycles, more happy people, more friendships, more food. Damn, why are you trying to hurt me?
Let me get on top of the hill. Gotta get on top of it and make it go away.
I
You can see the top. It's right there.
the reality is, riding a bike is all just momentum, right? You got to keep
Yeah.
momentum. You got to paddle before the wave gets there. I'm talking about hills.
Hello, how are you?
Yellow school buses everywhere.
Well, it's summertime. They're all parked.
What's that group that just gives away a bunch of bikes? Red bikes? I don't know, I just saw a video on YouTube. They get a bunch of red BMX bikes. They just did it. I know, it was interesting. They were here in Charlotte.
Okay.
I'll send you the video, maybe. I think that's what it was. Yeah. I love when I see little kids on the trail riding a bike to this auto graveyard where your car comes to die. That new Prius is actually a good looking car.
Oh,
Sit there.
really? I haven't seen it.
You need to check it out. It's a good looking car. And it's affordable. It's in the opposite direction I want to go, but
I got it down to, I just did one car here. Because I don't want it to, I just put it up.
I should give you you like the fucking danger zone on the outside there. And you have the biggest reflector on the back. I would do it to another car in an instant.
Rob, when I teach, I tell the story of this is my invisible car. It just looks like a bike.
That's true. I think that's it. It's just maybe courage isn't the right word, but it takes a little courage just to do it.
Right, and
Learn how to drive the life.
they all gave us a full lane change pass. They didn't honk us. They weren't bad. We're going to take a left at the top.
And that's true. If you give them the instruction to pass you, you're empowering them actually.
Right. Well, I'm giving them permission. I'm not trying to be in your way. Go ahead.
That steering wheel will turn so easily in your
Yeah.
hands like
We got
butter.
power steering now. I remember when you didn't have power steering and your arms kind of got sore.
Ice cream. I want ice cream. Ice cream. You remember that movie Breaking Away? Where they're,
Okay, we got one car right.
what are we doing left? Oh, I know where we are. Arrowwood, I love that place. I ride my road bike to the top of that little, I call it the,
See how we have a red light? You can certainly turn right on red, but it's better to turn right on green like this. And I'm going to tell them to go ahead.
I don't know. If I know I'm trying to get over, I'll see that sidewalk over there and just beeline for the sidewalk and skip the road, which is kind of a concession.
We only have one vehicle behind us.
That's true.
That's what I teach in class. Try to keep your speed.
I think I got it. Flow with traffic. We're gonna have one little climb, I know that.
Yeah, we do have one little climb. So, 53.
100. I think there should be more night rides, late night rides.
Well, 8 o'clock is as late as it is. Hello. I don't want to go at midnight to drunk people come back.
What I'm saying is you're still taking your roads. They're just emptier. I just think it'd be fun to go for like a late night, way cooler. Yep, and then I call it the stairway to heaven. The little, there's some off-road trails in here somewhere. I tried to find them the other day. You don't want to shift. Fuck my city life bike. There's no shame. So I rode to Reedy Park once, and it took me that way. I like the bridge over here.
If I'm going downhill, I go faster.
I like the challenge of trying to hit the narrow opening at full speed.
That's okay. You can do that.
Oh, I do.
I like the one-
Different strokes.
Yeah, because you don't got those bollards up there. I don't want to hit them. Those things that move. They put frameable lampposts for the cars, and they put those bollards that are immovable for us. It's stupid.
That's such a beautiful climb right there, though. I love going up there. So I usually on my road bike or even my gravel bike now, I'll ride to the top of that and then head back. I think that'll be my way home. I think my way there will always still just be go straight down and try on. Just because it's so, like when you're trying to get somewhere, you're not strolling back.
Hello, how are you?
Those things are annoying though. I know they're trying to stop people from taking their car down here.
Yeah, they just want the cars down here, but they're dangerous. But see, the only hard part about that route.
I don't think there wasn't really anything that hard about it.
It's not hard, but if you go the wrong way, you're not going to find that. They come out on Sugar Creek or it's easier just to show you. Like my house to here to the beginning of the Greenway usually takes me 35, 40 minutes or something, Summertime is 50.
I like when I come in here in the morning, like the evening, there'll be deer out here.
Oh yeah.
A lot of wildlife.
Oh Oh yeah,
to be
we see
seen.
deer, rabbit. One
Owls.
time-
Apparently
I think we saw a beaver one time.
they were saying on the Mallard Creek thing people had seen a bear lately.
Really?
Rabbit. I'd be out here hunting rabbit all day if I was homeless.
Yeah.
I feel like I could rough it if I had to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, shoot. Let me show you where that abandoned mountain bike trail is. You had no idea?
I didn't know there was one out here.
You'll die.
Hello. How are you?
Like how humans are so much more accessible on a bicycle.
Oh yeah.
Like you can talk to people, you can say hi. I do kind of what you do, like try to kill everybody you meet with kindness, like, and mutter underneath your breath if they're like, at any point seem like an asshole.
Well, I just want to make sure if I'm in a crash, I'm with you.
I like the fact that the city or somebody at some point decided to build this piece right here. Like this isn't a cheap piece of infrastructure that they put here.
Well, UCC really wanted the freeway to go to campus. That's why they did it.
So this
That was the idea behind it.
universities are weird at the end of the day. They're more or less just like government money institutions. Ching, ching, ching. So like for video editing, like I go through a bridge like that or something, you say it and then you could type it in your editor and be like, give me all the bridges.
Really?
And so then you can stitch together like,
Oh, neat.
you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you're tagging your content vocally and you could produce like,
Wow.
you know that well, like all the little pieces that are worth tagging.
Yeah. Okay, see, thing is cool.
Yeah.
At night, people can't see those if they have bad light.
Yeah, I've read myself on that. Do you ever go to the little bike shop here?
Yeah, I've been there. That's, I think they call it bike line. Now I think they call it giant.
Yeah, they're just, it's weird what kind of bike industry, like everything just kind of
I
gets,
think they're having a hard time. Yeah? I just don't that new bike.
well, I think a lot of people bought bikes during COVID
Yeah.
and up for that rush, but it's, people don't replace bikes all the time. I think my favorite saying on the trail instead of like on your up is heads up now. Because
Oh,
everybody's
yeah,
got,
that's good.
huh? Yeah, just because most people are,
You tell them right or left,
they
they
can't
go
figure,
that way.
yeah, they can't,
They hear right and they right.
and then they try to move one way and it's invariably the wrong way. Heads up without a bell is a good one though.
Yeah, it is. Everybody understands.
Good looking dog.
There's somebody that's on the bridge, they got hit by one of those things. Coming right at them.
At the end of the day, you're sort of responsible for your own participating. If you're gonna fly into a blind corner, that's on you, right? If somebody's coming the other way. And some days I feel like I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
but you expect that they would be on their side and you would be on your side. But what if they take the whole path? Or if they're on your side?
well, it's kind of riding a motorcycle. So the mountain bike trails, here, well, I'll show you this right here.
Just stop or?
We can, well, we'll be like, stop. It's, if you ride through here, right? You gotta cover your brakes and if you're gonna risk it and roll it, you gotta cover your brakes and anticipate that, you can't just be like bonsai, I'm gonna just make this work. Gonna take a left here. And we're gonna stay on this side of the road. You're gonna wanna grab gear too. I just found this 2 days ago. And this isn't the bike I would come out here on with. Nope, you're good. Not too bad. It's all path. Nope, we're not gonna ride out. We're not gonna ride, we're just gonna hike up here. You have your kickstand, don't you?
Yeah.
You could ride up there, but you don't want to. It'll
No, I don't want to ride up there.
Just kickstand, grab a bottle of water, and let's come check this out. See what a bunch of crazy college students decided to do in the day.
How far is it?
It's all right here,
A long way or a little way?
little way. So I want to believe this has got to be university property, and I want to believe at some point the mountain bike club from UNCC was here. You haven't really seen anything yet. It's a big old spider web right here. Look at this jump somebody's hitting and landing right there. And they went crazy back in here. This is a jump landing right here. You got all these little corners all bermed in nicely. In its essence, tell me, like, being a confident human being to ride off of there and just fly your bike and land. Wouldn't that just be, I'm too old for it, but man, part of me just like, anyways, it's all like that. And then they have a bunch of really large wall features and jumps that you would be like, kind of cool though, right?
I think somebody's going to break some bones back here.
This is kind of,
Here you go first. This is spider web right there.
he's worked so hard. That's my first feeling is the reason it doesn't seem to be on any of the bike maps anymore is because the university probably shut it down at some point. Another one right there.
Where?
Just go low right here.
Oh,
You won't even have to, you're short enough. You're gonna clear that, no problem. But yeah, almost like, so there's a whole mountain.
Yeah.
There seems to be like a homeless guy living with a tent at the top.
Oh, really? So will you remember the route?
I think so.
It's not hard. And I sent it to you.
I think the trick there, like how the park was, that's the key right there.
It is. That's the only one. It's not as hard. But I think it's very pleasant to ride that way.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, you're right, like, if you can modulate the terrain so you're not always climbing a hill.
Yeah, I don't mind doing a roller.
Yeah, it kind of, you just sap all your energy out. And honestly, that's, if I think about my e-bike, a lot of times to just go for longer trips through the city and have that assisted power.
Yeah.
You can judge me all day you want, but it's like if I'm riding my bike 30 days or every day, some days you're just like, hey, I want it to be easy today. Like, but I want to keep moving, but I don't want to. Look how cool that little scene is. I need a picture of Pam's bicycle out here in the wild.
How do you do this thing?
It's a seesaw, so you ride up.
I know. Can you do it?
I would do it on my mountain bike. That one seems too skinny for me. I'm a little twitchy. I'm not like Danny McCatskill.
It is a little bit skinny, isn't it?
Like
I thought it was just me thinking it was skinny.
No, I've seen ones that are like at least a full plank width. Look at that bike. That is a cool bike.
This bike is taking me everywhere.
And you've just got one bike, or you got many bikes, but you only ride one bike?
I'm so short.
Look at this thing.
I only have, oh wow, what is that?
I don't know, but he just, give me your wings again. Show me your wings.
Maybe it's,
Remember, see? What I like about that is, like this straight, so this thing has a rack on it, but I want to re-engine. If I put the, I don't know how you say the panniers. My feet are, like my foot comes back to here, right?
that's why you gotta put the rack on to get the bags back enough.
No, I have the rack, but the rack is like, rack that came on is here. I need the rack to be like here.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? And your bike seems like it has a long, if you
It
look
has
at,
a longer wheelbase.
if you look at the space in between here,
Right.
oops, your things, like
Yeah.
my foot would fit there to
Yeah.
these here. And actually, those are a narrow bag, the ones.
Yeah, I put them all the way back. I put them back pretty far. I could put them back a little bit further. Yeah, I could put them back here, but I don't need to, you know.
Can just
So see,
about
look,
save
if
the
you put
world.
your back, if your foot was right here, see, you have enough room.
See, I have these other panniers that, anyway, they encroach on your feet space to the
Right.
point where, on my e-bike, I have bought this thing on Amazon. It's a plastic basket that folds, but then also they made this thing where it snaps in and out,
Yeah.
right? Which is awesome, right? So I can like get groceries, ride home, just take the basket off, carry the groceries up, and then
I like to install everything. I don't like no hardware. It wastes all this. This has no hardware. This has, the only way that these things are on here, it's got
ooh,
this
that bike
strap.
locking, that's a killer.
It only has the strap right here. So like,
Put
there's
this
no
in your
hardware.
video. Yes. So those actually, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe if I put this rack on and get those skinnier bags like this.
You can go,
Look at your badass fenders too. Did somebody make those for you?
what, the mud flap or the fender?
What's the difference?
This is the fender, this is the mud flap.
I got you.
No, I got this one, I made this one out of a scrap of leather.
That's
out
pretty
of
cool.
a trash can. This one I bought.
Betty
But then
Foy,
I thought I can just make that, so I got scraps.
custom little builder.
No, it's a production frame, but they don't sell this size all the time. So they only made this size a few years, and so I have this one, and then I found a guy that had another one, so I just bought that one too. And this gonna be my.
Back up. That thing's gonna be just fine.
I got 78,000 miles on it.
That's unbelievable. What do they say? Like you replace everything on the bike?
Handlebars, headset, brake lever, frame.
Same gear ratio and everything. I live off Barton Creek,
Oh, you know
like
what?
my back door. I live in that apartment,
I don't go the uphill way.
like right at the end of it.
Yeah.
I ride that hill every day. Oh,
I
there,
ride it up.
back.
It's too hard going up.
Girl, that's what gears are for.
Yeah.
That's what the gears are for.
You have to go to
Like,
that one.
yeah, whatever. But I would, you know what? Having to do that every day, it's like a little bit of bike strength training every day.
Yeah.
Like,
Billion up here on the left.
yeah, I can ride this all the way to my apartment right here. Excuse me. They do?
Yeah. Have a bathroom. Sometimes it's not.
That's good to know. They should have bike tools here too. That's crazy. These things were frozen and they're
Oh, I know.
not anymore.
These are the, see, I still have ice. You have to get it cool first, though. I don't want it hot. Maybe I should just,
So when you, what's cool is I have a friend that lives if you take the Mallet Creek Trail all the way to the end, well, then it turns to, does it turn to Toby Keith or something like that? Clark's Creek. He lives at the end of Clark's Creek. And he's got this little greenhouse in his backyard with a bunch of orchids, and it's cool.
Oh,
So I ride there, go
that's
check
nice.
out all these orchids, and then this water tastes so good. Wow, look at the nails up top, huh? Once you jumping over there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for the birds.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna need to get a non-plastic bottle.
Oh, yeah. See, these are the, they're insulated. Because I don't like it hot. Well, I like that mountain bike trail. I gotta remember where it is, though.
If I ever get that mountain bike back, single speed, but it'd be fun to just go and, you're a masher, you just go ride and you don't have to. I went there with my buddy, and he's like trying to lose weight, and he used to jump BMX as a kid, and
Yeah.
you got nothing to prove, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to jump anything.
Yeah.
Just go back and ride. Jumping, that's come later. But I want to study that motion of jumping because it's a weird one.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at those people, it's like,
Crouch down.
so first of all, you gotta figure out which foot you like better in front, right? Like in my mind, I can't really figure out, maybe right. So then you gotta reduce your weight down, and then as you come up, you gotta try to curl your toes over the front of the pedals. And so you're not, and then while pushing the bike up. So it's like this,
Yeah.
I wanna get a balance board and just like motion, and then slowly get a bike and just like something to be able to roll. And they have those pump tracks where you can just kind of, I want to learn that skill of energy and momentum, because I think
Yeah.
it'll just, like, I'm looking for the big air contest, just to be able to carry
Yeah.
the manual, like,
Yeah. Oh.
like just learn that skill.
Yeah. Fun.
And
So what I do now is I go up that little brick path and go that way towards where you live. And then I go home on Tryon for a little bit. And then I turn where the bowling alley is, Moore Road. That's how I get back. It's more flat. I don't want to climb that Holloway Hill.
brace the hill.
All the way around the hill.
I literally go down it first thing in the morning, and then up it, and then I
Oh,
ride my
goodness.
20 miles, and then coming back, it's like to pay the price again.
Yeah, I know.
Brace the hill.
I'm glad we could do this today.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. I can make you a route wherever you want to go. Yeah, you just tell me where you
That
want to go.
ride by GPS, is
Ride
that
by
like subscription based only?
No,
then?
it's a club account. So you join our Ride with GPS Charlotte Spokespeople Club account. Every routes are public, number one.
Yeah.
Join the club account, you can use the voice navigation on any of the club account routes. That's what that is. And so you have to have an account. You just join the club account.
Gotcha.
You go to your homepage.
Yeah, I made an account.
Yeah, and then you go organizations or something like that, and then you click on the account.
Okay.
I'll send you the link just to make sure you have it.
I'll come tomorrow. You got
Yeah.
your ride?
Yeah.
I mean, try to make it a weekly thing, but
Yeah, I think we'll go east tomorrow. You don't have to go in different directions every week. I do a different route every week so people can learn.
that's the whole thing, is the discovery, right? It's the trip,
Yeah.
it's the adventure. It's
Yeah.
generally ride these trails as they're connected without cars. I try to do it daily.
Yeah. I want to show people how to get wherever they want to go on mostly empty streets. You know, we had to cross some busy streets. We had to be on Old Concord, but it was only for a block.
Yeah,
We didn't have any traffic.
and just at those junctures, pretend you are be
Yes,
traffic.
Yes.
Be the you know what I mean, like on the road.
Yes.
And
So that's what the presentation's about. So, on Zoom anyway. So it's Friday, July 12th. So just remind me.
well, it'd be
I'll
kind of
send
cool
you the
too,
link.
like at presentation. You probably already have video of you doing those intersections. It'd be cool to have videos
Yeah.
of examples of that. Like, so we just,
Right.
if you want to ride once a week or whatever, we
Yeah.
just figure a reason, and I grab cameras and we just
Yeah.
go to shoot those, like, yeah, and we just like, hey, voice, that's a XYZ intersection that you got to pay
Right.
attention, and we're showing. Anyways, I'm out for making content. Like, I think,
but I want you to listen to the presentation so you'll understand what I'm talking about.
and then we can find visuals that match it, right?
Yeah,
Like, and
exactly.
just make it better and better, and then
Exactly.
I'm there, and then it was awesome. Thanks, Pam.
Well, thank you.
I'm all,
Yeah.
and then obviously 10 years ago you were like psycho fucking crazy. You're like, I can't get this thing out of my mind. I'm gonna do fucking like this, and the fact that you're still doing it later, and it's
Yeah.
like, I'm game.
I'll be here this week, but the next 2 weeks I'll be gone. We're gonna get to Vermont, and then we're gonna ride to Montreal, and then I'm gonna ride towards Mount Laurier. So I think we'll probably make it to Riviera Rouge, but we won't get all the way to Mount Laurier.
You're talking putting your bike on the car and going somewhere.
Yep, but then I'll drive. I'll ride up to Montreal and back, and then.
My buddy Mick had some ideas about jumping the train, like the Amtrak.
Oh yeah, I do that too. I've done that. So I've gone to New York, Philly, a lot of places on the train.
What's cool is
Between here and Raleigh, you can put your bike on the train for free, you know.
I rent a 2-bedroom apartment right there on where the Barton Creek thing starts. You know, like right there. And so I have a 2-bedroom, but I Airbnb out the second room. And what's awesome is I just had where 2 people book all the way through the end of the year. So like literally, we're head.
Wow, that's great.
So then like I can just jump on my bike and go do like.
Yeah. Okay, you should take a train trip. Like I've done day trips to all those stations.
Yeah.
You can go to Salisbury, Kannapolis, Greensboro, Burlington, Raleigh, Durham, Cary, High Point, all of those places. And I take the 10 o'clock train, get there for lunch, ride around for a few hours, and you take the 4 o'clock train and come back to Charlotte. And it's a good time. I've gone to every one of those stations. You just tell the guy, hey, I'm getting off here, you know? I mean, your train ticket to Raleigh is like $30, less than that. You know, it's an expensive one.
$30 and you get like a nice little train ride if you want to like.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi on the train too. So, you know.
At this point, my living is sitting behind a computer.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to get off the fucking thing at this point.
Oh, I know. It's terrible.
Like,
yeah, it's like work.
and I'm good. I mean, I straight or Photoshop like I do, and you know, point in my life, somebody was like, "Hey, it's really good to work from here to here." Now I just want to be like a job at Jersey Mike's making sandwiches or something. Like, let me move.
Yeah.
You know, it's putting an end to everything. So
I know.
just be the only thing you have to know about AI is,
But you have to know those things like you were talking about, like tagging things so the AI can do it. Because if you don't do that, the AI can't do it.
To understand going forward for humans is you have to know the question to ask.
Right.
The most important thing is the right question to ask. So.
If you ask the wrong question, you're going to get the wrong answer.
Well, you got to know what you're looking for, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and I know I'm looking for 2-week cycles.
Yes.
Like it's.
So in Timber, we do our sub 24-hour bike overnight to Copperhead. It's set down on Lake Wild.
I'm all of these things. I got to find a job eventually. I've been applying for jobs here, but honestly, I don't really want to find a job, and I don't like. I've structured my life now where it's like I said, my car's paid for.
Yeah.
The living's almost like it can be paid for every month.
Yeah.
So like my needs are so minimal.
Right.
And then you take away your gasoline and all the other things.
Oh, I know.
And you start making fresh bread yourself instead of buying loaves of bread, and you start cooking for yourself. It's like all those little articles online that like, how much money do you need to retire? It's not that.
It's not. Yeah.
It's just.
No idea.
It's just like less and music, food, and these cycles and vibration.
Huh? You know, you got the stuff you really need. Chain and cassette, every now and then, tubes, tires.
I got 5 bikes, man, and
that's why I keep it simple. I got all the spare parts on my other bike and I just swap them out. So this was the tire on the other bike that I just swapped out because the hub, I think, needs to be reserviced. It has 23,000 miles on it. I have rim brakes, so.
Do you adjust your own derailleurs and everything?
I don't need to because of friction. Don't got to do that. That's the beauty of friction. You remember the radio stations? The radio?
What do you mean friction?
Okay, you radio stations.
Okay,
okay, so you know the push button stations? That's what indexing is. It's the push button.
Gotcha.
I have the dial and I tune it in.
Basically, you tune it all the time.
You don't have to adjust it. You're putting it to where